Hey guys,
Welcome to our channel. I made him do that. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. We know that the most valuable thing you have is time, so we really appreciate you spending it with us today. This is Cajun. He's our new rescue dog, and we have our old dog Dallas here.
And just to be upfront and honest with you guys, right now it's kind of their playtime. So if we hear any noise that's coming from them, I'm gonna go put them out. But just be patient with us.
This is truly live. I would love in the comments if y'all can drop your name and where you're watching from. Any Amazon FBA questions you have, drop them as well. Today in this video, we are going to share with you 7 of the worst mistakes beginners make selling on Amazon FBA.
Yeah, I'm Brooke, and if you can, just go ahead and give us a like and maybe subscribe if you're new here, because it means a lot to us, and then we're able to do this every week because of you guys. So if you can, just help us out.
We're trying to get YouTube to pay us so that we can keep providing these free tutorials that will hopefully help you start making money online and change your life. So like Brooke said, if you're new here, I'm Morgan.
I'm Brooke.
And 5 years ago, I was a broke waitress, and
I used to be a sugarcane farmer.
We made $400 a week. I saw a video kind of like this on YouTube of people claiming to make all this money on Amazon. And what did we think?
We thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. If they could do it, so can we. And look where we're at. We made it.
But at first I thought it was fake, but turns out it definitely is not. So since your time is money, we are going to go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I'll start with the first one. First mistake to avoid is don't compete with the big dogs. What we mean by that is if you see Amazon on the listing, try to avoid it. Or if you're selling a baby product, try to say Huggies. Do not sell that brand because that's a big box name brand, and they'll probably put an IP claim against your account.
Yeah, you definitely want to avoid if you see a listing and it only has either Amazon as a seller or whatever the brand name is of that item. If that brand name is in the seller, you want to avoid it. You're probably not allowed to sell it. So when you find products, there's no reason for you to compete. You know, it's Amazon's world. We're just lucky to even be invited to it. So, and
a good way to go about that is when you scan the item and you look for the sellers. If there's say 10 sellers, 5 to 10 sellers, and they don't have that name brand in their store name, it's more than likely able to sell that product.
Absolutely. But you definitely want to check. They have tons of free IP checkers where you can just type in the brand name. If you're in our private group, we actually shared one yesterday. So y'all feel free to check that out. If you need the link to it, just drop it. Ask us anything in the comments and we'll respond. Okay, y'all, going live makes me so nervous, but here I am. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. The big problem people make. We made it, definitely, selling cheap items. And the reason we say this is because if you sell an item that's like less than $15, you got to remember this. Amazon takes about 1/3. So let's say I pay, if you pay $5 for an item and
keep it easy, $5, $10.
Yeah, if you pay $5 for an item, you want to sell it for 3 times what you paid, because we don't want to work for free or very minimal money. So if I pay $5, I want to make $5 back. So if you sell it for 3 times what you paid, Amazon's going to get 1/3, your cost of goods is 1/3, and then you get to make $5, which is 100% return on investment. And the higher you price the item, the smaller percentage of Amazon fees you're going to pay.
That's a huge comment she just made right there, because a lot of people will sell cheap items and they realize the fees are way greater than the items cost, and that's a big part of it, because as you know, shipping can be expensive, and it could range anywhere from $4 to $8 shipping. So you just got to factor that in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to remember, the unsuccessful sellers are focused on the fees. The successful sellers are focused on the profit. Nobody's going to set an item 2-day prime, give you access to their 300 million customers with the #1 most trusted brand in the world for free. So just keep that in mind. We actually prefer, our average selling price is actually closer to $45, $50. but start with what you have. The higher the price of the item, the more money you're going to make. All right, so you want to go over number 3?
Yeah, number 3 is not reinvesting your profits back into your business. That way you can keep growing that inventory to become financially free in the next year or two. A lot of people will want to use that profit maybe for their families right away, which is fair enough. If you need it, so be it. Take that money and use it for your family because that's important. But if you want to really become next level and start selling more products, just think, let me put that profit back into my business so I could keep growing this business. And one day, this is all I'm going to do.
Yeah, by all means. We're not saying don't pay your bills, don't get your kids into baseball. Definitely use your profits for that, but reinvest as much as you can. Actually, probably our first 2 years. Once we had our bills paid, anything extra, we reinvested 100% of it back. And that's how we went. That's how in just 2 years, we had our first $1 million sales year. You got to sacrifice, reinvest it to buy more products, and your business is going to explode. So we're going to go over number 4. And this is I think this is probably the number 1 mistake, not doing good product research. So a lot of people just go with their gut. They think, oh, I would buy this product, so let me sell it. But there might be no demand. Maybe they buy something that isn't even currently listed on Amazon, which you can tell when you scan the item, nothing's going to pop up. Don't
remember,
reinvent the wheel.
We all like different things.
Yeah, and it's not about what you like. It's about what's going to pay your bills. You're going to like that.
Yeah, I'll go with what people are wanting to buy more than what you're liking, because just if it's a niche, like I like to wakeboard. So if I would go all into wakeboarding, let's be honest, there's not a lot of you out there that probably like wakeboarding. So I'll put my heart and soul into something and probably wouldn't make that much money. So we want to look for things that the mass amount of people might want to purchase, and they'll give us the money for the items that we create.
So I said, how do they get in our group, and do we have any program to help you? We do have a step-by-step guide that gets you in our private group. The link is Cajunventuresmo.com. We have a free training tonight that will go over that if y'all are interested. So there are basically 3 types of people who sell on Amazon, or who think about selling on Amazon, shall I say. The first one is a super conservative. They're going to look up all these videos, learn all this stuff, and they are never going to sell a single product. They're in analysis paralysis.
I used to work with 1 or 2 guys that were similar to that, and now they're starting to make their own Amazon journey because they finally diving into it.
Then we have the second type, that is the realistic type of person, and they are the realistic type of person. They're going to go slow and steady. These people usually start making enough extra money to change their family's life. Don't worry about that, guys. Those dogs are not the slow and steady type. Those dogs are actually the third type. Those are the crazy people like us. They charge in immediately. They don't know what they're doing, but they know that they're going to figure it out. Those people who take the risk and do things before they're ready, those are the people who become Amazon millionaires.
Yeah, this is how I like to explain it. Mo likes to dive into things, and we just manage it after and figure it all out as we go on. And that's been super successful to our growth. So when she has a crazy idea, I don't think it's very crazy anymore, because I kind of trust her and I know we're going to do the right thing.
You hear you said anymore.
I used to be very critical because I was more engineer minded. Like everything had to have its place before I started something. And she just showed me just dive in and we're going to figure that baby out. I
mean, that's life. You didn't know how to tie your shoes and you didn't know how to drive a car, but you figured that out. I see all these people who's like nurses, teachers. They're like, I can't figure this out. I'm like, you save lives every day. You got this. If you're a parent, okay, you are 10 steps ahead of us. If you can figure that out, Amazon's going to be a piece of cake. So let's move on to number 5.
Not investing in tools, a business coach, a mentor, and just being cheap and thinking you could do this all on your own. And you may be able to, but with these tools, you're definitely going to be able to fast track your way into being a successful Amazon seller.
And number 5 is that was my problem. And I mean, Brooke and I both grew up in trailers. We don't come from a lot of money. So I've been frugal. That's what we really have in common. Even to this day, even after we've done 5.2 million on Amazon, I still struggle to pay more than $15 for a meal. It's just in my blood.
And I hate hiring things out when I feel like we could figure it out ourselves. And we're starting to come to the point where we realize we need help with certain things. And when we do ask for help and hire people to do them, our business grows 10x.
It's true, because when you're cheap and you don't invest in your education or in tools, you're holding yourself back. And we learned that last year whenever we got a mentor. He taught us how to start selling digital products, and actually just yesterday made a year since we launched our very first digital product, and we hit $200,000 in sales. And last year we had no idea what we were doing. So a good mentor or a good, like Helium 10, a good program, they can make all the difference because they know things you don't know. And as long as you're willing to learn and be adaptable, they can take your business to the next level.
Yeah,
so
and they're definitely there to push and hold you accountable for things. And just know, and just having them around, you know that you're not going to be there alone. And a lot of people, I feel, going through this journey will feel alone a lot of times. So it's nice to have somebody there to have your back, to build you up, to hype you up.
Yeah, and to have a community, that is so important, because we live in a small town in Louisiana. We do not know many entrepreneurs. Most people, are going to jobs they hate. And it's just so refreshing to be able to talk to people who are going through what you've gone through. If you have a question about something, they can answer it. I'm in this Discord group, and anytime I want to get approved for a new brand, I go search it in the group. And I've been selling for 5 years. I learn new stuff in there every single day. So you just got to be open, because every day you're going to learn something new.
Yeah, to this day, there's multiple times a day I look into something or somebody asks a question, and it's like, wow, I didn't even think about that. So it's all of a sudden a learning lesson for me. I go into it and we learn something new every day, and we try to just build upon that and become more successful.
Okay, now let's move on to number 6. This is a huge problem in life, not just Amazon, and that is people giving up because it's hard.
Yeah, sometimes people are going to give up right before that next product that they find on the shelf that might make them a successful seller. Or they just might think, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do it anymore, instead of just hitting the little Google, hey, how do I do this? Figuring it out, moving to the next step. And they'll give up before they even have a successful business. One thing I hear all the time is people want to give up just because taxes. We all have to pay taxes. If you're making more money, just realize that you're going to pay taxes, but it's worth it. And you have a CPA, there's all these tools out there to help you. So don't ever get scared of things because something you don't fully understand, because you could always figure it out on the back end.
Oh yeah, and I see so many people complain about paying $39.99 a month to have access to 300 million customers, which is just pure insanity. What business can you start for $40 a month? Less than $2
yeah, you're not gonna go get a end cap in the little store down the street for that much a month. You're gonna pay thousands for just to open a
no employees, no retail store. It's just crazy how people waste money on so many things, but the idea of investing in a business is just crazy to people. And I used to think that too. So I'm saying it from experience, because when you don't know any other way to make money besides go to a job, work for somebody else, it all seems like a scam. It all seems fake because you've never experienced it.
Because that's your comfort zone, and you're not experiencing the freedom that you can have working for yourself. And to me, the only way you could become really financially rich is by working for yourself, because who's a better boss than yourself?
Nobody. And I think you just have to be open to mistakes and learn from all of them. Don't look at any of these mistakes you make as a setback. You have to look at them as, wow, I just learned. I'm never going to do that again. And take every little thing that you learn and take action on it. That is the biggest thing. So then let's move on to number 7.
Not setting yourself apart.
Yes. And what we mean by this is a lot of people think you could just plug and play. You could just order some cheap things, sell it on there, but there's millions of products, and you have to figure out how to set yourself apart so that your product will be successful. And what we mean by this is Cajun is eating Brooke's plant, and he is a huge planner, so that is not going to fly. Okay, so what we mean by this is you can do tons of things to set yourself apart. You can bundle an item. So like, let's say, for example, if you are selling, I'm just trying to grab something right here. You're selling baby wipes, okay? I know we earlier said don't sell Huggies, but if you're selling baby wipes, just for an example, you could bundle another baby product with it. If you're selling shampoo, do shampoo and conditioner, wet brush. It doesn't even have to just be bundling.
If you're selling, this isn't a good one, like a bottle of water, but you might want to put a koozie with it.
Yeah, and so if you want to, you can attract shoppers by having offers with different colors, variations. You can have better quality than your competitors, your branding. There are countless things you can do. You just want to look at the best seller and see how to improve that product. That is really the key.
Videos
are
video
huge.
On your listing is huge because people will see that it's a real life working part or product, and it might give them oh, that's cool, let me buy that.
Yes, and you definitely do not want to make that mistake. So if y'all have any questions, we have about 5 minutes left. Feel free to drop them in the chat. The reason that a lot of people ask, why do you share this? Isn't there going to be too much competition if you share? The thing is, with 300 million customers on Amazon, we have had such amazing experience sharing what we know and seeing hundreds, if not thousands of people that took action and made money. And like Brooke always says, our goal is
to help you make one sale, because that one sale could change everything in your future. It could help you either grow a business, or it could get you a couple sales to help your family just for the month. You don't have to become a full-time Amazon seller. You could be a part-time seller just to help you with certain builds and product and certain things you need as a family.
Yeah, and that one first sale is going to give you the momentum that you need to keep going, because then you just had proof of concept. Like, okay, I guess what I did work.
And it makes you believe inside that I can do this. I know what I'm doing just because I made that one sale. And it's true, you do know what you're doing at that point, because you did make that sale and you did do the work. You put in the work to find the item, to list it, to start your account, send it in, and now it made a sale. That's more gratifying than anything.
Mm-hmm. Creating videos is really easy for your product. So what you want to do, you can start off by just using your iPhone and recording like a demonstration of the product being used. Of course, it depends on what the product is. And we mean this all for private label products you create from scratch. If you're selling existing items, you don't have to do any of this. And what you could do also is get a free Canva account to make it look a little fancier. If you have a book you're selling, you could just flip through the pages. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Once you do get to a certain point, you can go on Fiverr and have a videographer create a professional image video, and it's really not expensive at all. I think it is worth every single penny.
Yep. And let's see what else we might have here. Yeah, definitely Molly. She said, I have analysis paralysis. And there's many of us out there with that. And just move forward to that first item. Find one item.
Just take action.
Take action.
Take action.
That analysis paralysis is going to go right out the window.
Yeah, for sure. And there definitely are benefits of having an LLC. Tax-wise, you're going to save a lot of money. An LLC is not required to get started. But once you start making sales, we definitely recommend it. And so the whole reason we came on here to share is because we were sick and tired of trading our time for money. When you work for somebody else, you will never get rich. You're always going to be making them money, but it wasn't even about money for us. We just wanted to be free to live life on our own terms, to be able to adopt as many dogs as we wanted, travel as much as we wanted. And that is why we share what we know. The crazy beast is back. So we just want to say thank y'all so much for taking time today to join us every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. We post a new video and then we go live right afterwards. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. And just so you know, we were so scared to post videos last year. We were like terrified.
Yeah, I'm not one big to be on video, but she likes to have me in here, and I like to share my experiences with you guys too.
So we were scared and we did it, and we were so scared to sell on Amazon too. And thank God we didn't let that fear, that analysis paralysis stop us, because now our life is changed forever. And if anything, we just want you to know we don't have anything special that you don't have. We just work really hard. And if we can do it, you can do it too. We hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing, wonderful week, and we'll see you on the next video. Now, y'all, go make that money. Bye.